for the Goyas. Then Goya mentioned about the integration for the supply chain with the two parties. But then the paper never mentioned who is going to integrate the supply chain. The paper just talking about the final conclusion for the minimal cost in the supply chain if they are integrated. Okay? If they are integrated. Same as Benninger. Though at the end of the analysis of the integrated model, that's so-called JELS in the paper. This one. Benninger only provides some concept how to integrate the supply chain. For example, the price discount. But still lack of the supporting evidence to tell who is the leader in the supply chain. So how about this one CRE model? You see, supply is the leader in the distribution chain. Okay? Is the leader. Okay, is the leader. Then leader should what? Propose something, right? No, supply is leader, but supply cannot have totally control over all the retailers. Right? That's impossible. They still, suppliers still need to provide some coordination mechanism based on the mutual interest. Based on mutual interest. Okay. For example, I'm the leader, but I cannot force you to lose money, right? Yeah, that's impossible. Okay. So then, what kind of base concept for the CRE model is common replenishment effort? Why? Because every time the supplier needs to ship something to any one of the retailer, supplier need to pay for setup cost, AS. Okay, and for individual suppliers requirement, supplier also need to pay for the AI. Okay, no matter how many, no matter how many returns in one order. Okay. So the whole concept is try to share the setup cost AS, right? Okay. Certainly, if the AS is large enough and the AI is relatively smaller, okay, so we try to save the frequency of AS, right? Fewer delivery frequency, we will pay less of the AS. So we have M retailer in the system. So C is a set of the buyer, means retailer. So AS is what? The setup cost incurred by supplier for processing the entire set of orders, delivery. So for distribution centers, we may consider what is AS. The cost for the routing, right? For example, if we deliver 10 orders in one delivery, okay? So it's very hard to count individual cost for any orders in one set, okay? So somehow, for one trip, we need to pay for this one. The same for the order and picking, okay? Okay, actually, we are not in the distribution center. We never pick up the inventory based on one order. Okay, we always set the time window and then go into the warehouse to pick up a set of orders. Okay, so AS is based on this concept. How about AI? For individual orders, we need to have some setup times. For example, every time we receive an order, right? There's a length of time for the processing, for processing of the receiving process. Okay, actually that's a very limited cost of that. So AI is the set cost. For example, the receiving time for the customer and the retailer to get the order. Okay, there's a very limited time for that. So the set cost normally is very small for retailer. Okay, for processing orders from all the retailers, the supplier incurs order processing cost is S plus the sum of the AI if they order all together. So before the leader, the supplier, try to coordinate the delivery, okay, what is the originally cost structure for the retailers and for the supplier? Okay. Before CRE, that's originally a delivery cost. The delivery cost is based on the delivery frequency. So then they define the TI star instead of QI star. So no matter what kind of variable we are using, the total cost would be the same. So that's the solutions for the EOQ model. And for how about the supplier? Okay, based on each TI, it occurs order and picking and delivery cost and process part. Cost for process the delivery. I mean, hand out the orders to the retailer I directly. So there's a total cost for that. Okay. If every time, for example, we can deliver all retailers' order, so we may put AS is outside this one, right? So if we can coordinate the delivery time T0. Okay, for example, the now T1 star is in this pattern, and T2 star is this pattern. Okay, so how many times this occurred? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, but if we can coordinate the delivery for both the retailer 1 and 2 with the T0. Okay, so now we have like here is a delivery for retailer 1, and here is the delivery for retailer 2. No, not this one, sorry. So, okay. This for retailer 1. That's for retailer 2. So for T0, that's a retailer 1 and retailer 2, right? Retailer 1 and retailer 2. So each time we occurs S so now it's plus the A1 and A2. So here is what? AS plus A1. The same as here, same as here, same as here. So here is what? AS plus A2. So that's the idea. So we put the A2 in. So under CRE, the supplier specified that retailers can only place order at the specific point. These are those points. In time, and the length of time between two consecutive points is T0. Okay. Then the retailer I will set its replenishment interval, TIC equal to NI, where NI, actually I believe there is a miss. It's not NI, should be NI times T0. NI times T0 instead of NI. So here is NI times T0. Okay. So we should replace NI by NI times T0. and Ni is an integer, positive integer, such that its total cost is minimal under surprise CIE specification. What is this one? So this is if the retailer I follow the orders based on the T0. So here is the total cost for the retailer I. And then this is what? Based on the sensitivity analysis of the EOQ model. So this one is certainly larger or equal to 1. Okay. So this is represented cost increase from this is original optimal cost for retailer I, right? So this is the total cost if the retailer I join the CRE based on the T0. Okay? Since the retailer I's, if the retailer I's join the CRE, the retailer's I's total cost will be force increase. Okay? So supplier need to compensate the retailer's loss. But so what kind of mechanism? So the paper provided so-called price discount as a mechanism to compensate the retailer's loss. To compensate the retailer's loss. Okay. Actually, for the convenient chain stores, okay, it's very easy. It's kind of known. For example, we can see the 7-Eleven and Family Mart open their stores 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And all the lights are always shining. Actually, the upstream supplier need to compensate their 50% of their what? Consumption of the electricity and all kinds of power, and even for the receipts. Okay? So ask all the retailer sites provide the receipt for every customers. So they need to compensate the cost of even for the receipt by 50%. By 50%. How about the declaration for the retail site? This is also 50%. Even for the decoration, 50%. For one in Taiwan, is so-called maybe like in Taiwan, the size of the store is based on pin. One pin is around like 20. Yeah, it's around 27 square foot. Okay, 27 square foot. So for this decoration, for 27 square foot, it's around 100,000 NT dollars. 100,000 NT dollars. So which implies what? The owner of the retail site only pay 50,000. Okay. per what? 27 square foot. Okay. So not only to compensate the cost increase because of CRE, but also provide a minimum saving, means some actual bonus, okay, defined by 100 SI percentage. Okay, later I will show you the mathematical program to do this one. So, then see the discount plus the minimum compensation over their total cost is larger than their loss in but enjoying the CRE, right? That's the total cost increase from here to here, right? So the difference between these two represented the retailer I's cost loss because of the CRE. Okay. So this is the price discount plus some fraction of total cost compensation need to be larger than or equal to this one. Then we rewrite it to become this one, from here to here. And then we put all the explicit expression for TCI into this expression. And then we can get ZIBI is larger than or equal to this one. Okay, to this one. And TI star is can be calculated explicitly, and AI also later. I will show you how to calculate NI, and TI is T0 is given. Okay. So then ZI is larger than or equal to this term. And this expression is based on the Misha's papers in 2004. Then the surprise total cost becomes the what? This is the what? Let's say this is order and picking cost. And this one is the delivery cost for each retailer. And this is the discount the supplier need to provide. Okay? So why we use the Z instead of all the different value of ZI? Because of what? Because of the so-called business regulations, even based on the business law. For example, in one channels, I can only provide one discount to all the consumers or even the customers. Otherwise, it's called the price discrimination. For example, I like you instead of her. Okay, I provide you 5% discount more than her. That's illegal. That's illegal. That's illegal. That's illegal. this is illegal all around the world. It's illegal all around the world. So actually, this Wallerson 2001, these papers talk about if the model with the different value of z, which is zi, and then Misha's mentioned that's illegal. So if you have a chance to read this Wallerson's papers, the papers did discuss the zi instead of z, okay? But the paper first discussed over the z, okay? Then discuss if the price discounts is different from retailer to retailers, which is illegal, yeah, which is illegal. So the method for solving, one is determining a value of T0. It's given by the leader supplier. Okay? So determine Ni for each retailer. Okay. After, okay, this is what? After the leaders provide something, and Ni is how the follower respond. Okay? You see, there's an action by the leader, right? Leader provide a value of T0. Okay? There's a how the follower, the retailer responds. Then the retailer need to determine Ni, right? Okay? And how to determine Ni? And based on the retailer's I's total cost. Okay? Just like Goyer's paper determining the number of batches over the retailer's order. Okay? That's the way, the same. You see, even they are almost identical. Okay, then we may find the Ni expressed by this one. For example, what is the way retailer I determine an N is based on the closest possible T0. For example, originally a retailer would like to order every other days, okay? And then the supplier provides the T0 is every day, okay? So how about okay, let me refresh the questions. If the retailers is orders every 1.3 days, okay, and supplier provided T0 is one day, so the retailer can order it at the day of 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it's 1.3. Originally 1.3, 1.3, 1.3. So the retailer may choose the closest integer, for example, 1 or 2, but no others. Otherwise, the retailer may get the benefit because of what? Pick up a very large N, right? To get the more benefits over the supply. Okay? So supplier has a rule, as the retailers need to pick up closest integer, right, to get the delivery done. okay, based on the T0. Okay, there's some restriction. The retailer cannot pick any integer because that will certainly increase the supplier's cost. Okay. Supplier trying to minimize the cost increase because the supplier need to compensate the cost increase to the retailer, right? Because of the leader has some powers. They ask the follower to what? To follow the instruction. So that's the closest integer. Okay. Let's try to understand the program. Because the first one, that's a numerical example in the paper. And the paper just try to illustrate the mechanism of how to achieve the CRE. So the paper simplify the process. The first one is define the wholesaler price is 1. Okay? Okay. Since the supplier need to provide the price discount, right, to retailers. So then we need to define the price. But however, in here, P never show up. Okay, because the paper mentioned the P to simplify the what analysis. P is equal to 1. The price is equal to 1. Okay? So the numerical example consists with the analysis. Define the price equal to 1. Okay, but this program you may change the price from 1 to any. Okay, 10, 100, and so on. Is okay. It's a method. Okay. So holding cost is 10%